But now you want to blame the same company that gave you a great send-off? Something that most wrestlers don't even get? Ungrateful is what I like to call it.
Mine was just the World Heavyweight Championship match. And to be honest with you, I mean, and I'm going to catch hell for, I don't care. It was a World Heavyweight, dude, I had World Heavyweight matches all the time. That doesn't do anything for me. I mean,
perhaps, Jey Uso, I have treated you way too harshly. Now, Goldberg had his last match, his retirement match, at Saturday night's main event this past Saturday against Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. And everybody came out of this match and they're like, "Oh, we love Goldberg. This is a great match. Gunther got a great match out of Goldberg. I'm so glad it's Goldberg's last match." And then Goldberg did this. I can't really show it because I'll definitely get copyrighted for that. I don't know if I'll get copyrighted for what I just showed with the Triple H stuff, but I'll definitely get copyrighted if I try and show that speech because that was actual WWE television. But Goldberg after the match, after his loss, his embarrassing loss, and I can even show y'all real quick. I just want to show y'all. I can't show this video either, but I'm gonna try and work my magic with this one. Look at how slow this nigga Goldberg moves, bro. I know I'm going in slow mo, but just look at how this nigga is like slow motion, bro. That's an old man run. What the fuck is this?
Up in the big man, and Gunther sent toward the corner. Goldberg,
what is this? You see how slow this nigga was moving? And y'all saying, "Oh, we got this great match from Goldberg." Oh, nah, bruh. What the fuck is this? He had one good jackhammer in this match, and everybody's singing praises of Goldberg. How old is he? 58? Something like that, right? Yeah, get the fuck out of here, man. But Goldberg, after the match, after his loss, gets up. He has all the people in the ring. Shout out to Ernest the Cat Miller. I saw him in there. DDP, shout out to DDP as well. Some great legends in the ring with him. They're great friends of his. I get it. And Goldberg as a person is probably cool as shit. I like him in and out of the ring. But I've been saying ever since he came back, almost 10 years ago? Was it 8 years ago? 8 or 9 years ago when he came back and faced Brock Lesnar? I already said it was like, fam, this dude's old. And that was almost a decade ago. And here we are in 2025 where we're talking about Gunther and Goldberg, when Gunther should be solidifying himself as the top world champion in WWE. And as one of the big faces in WWE, we have him stunning his growth yet again, not with Jey Uso this time, but with Bill fucking Goldberg. Oldberg. So after the match, Goldberg gets up and he starts to do his farewell or retirement speech or whatever. And for some reason, the idiots in the IWC, per usual, are jumping the gun, talking about shit they know nothing about and saying that, oh, Triple H turned off the commercials because they don't like WCW guys. They don't want the WCW guy to have retirement. Do you guys not realize they built an entire fucking show around this dude on Saturday? And went up against AEW, by the way? But keep talking. Keep fucking talking. Because y'all know exactly what the fuck you're talking about. It makes zero sense to think that they would sabotage Goldberg's retirement speech after his match. Or his farewell speech, whatever you want to call it. After his match. Because they don't like Bill Goldberg. They wouldn't have built an entire show in Atlanta, Georgia, surrounded by Bill Goldberg and have him main event against Gunther. They would have had him lose to Gunther in 2 minutes, which they should have, by the way. But they would have had him lose to Gunther in 2 minutes if they didn't give two shits about Goldberg. And it would have been the opener, and they wouldn't have built up to this match the way that they did it. So like I said, it makes zero fucking sense for them to say, fuck this guy, we're going to turn off the commercial ever. I truly do believe it was NBC or whoever's in charge of the commercial shit First of all, the commercials with way too many fucking commercials for Saturday Night's Main Event. But that's a whole other thing, or at least for a special event. But again, that's a whole other thing. But it had to have been a company decision, not WWE or TKO company, but the television company. I assume would be NBC. That said, hey, we have a time constraint. We have a hard time. You guys have to be on and out and off. You got to be in and out. You have to be done with whatever show you're doing at this time because we have time constraints. That's called television. They used to do it back in the day. But everybody wants to bitch and complain. Everybody wants to blame Triple H every single time something goes wrong. Some things are justified. Storyline wise, if something's fucked up, you blame Triple H. Booking wise, blame Triple H. When it comes to executive fucking decisions, especially like fucking turning the entire show off, you think it's just Triple H that they have to go through? You think Triple H the last line of defense on that shit? But let's hear it from Bill Goldberg himself.
Throughout the years, have built up to something like the ultimate rib. I guess that was the ultimate rib.
You
right?
think that was intentional? You think that was done on purpose?
I don't know. I'm not saying it was done on purpose by any stretch of imagination. I'm saying that it wasn't prepared for on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. So
again, man, like I hate having to preface like I love this person, I love that person, oh, I'm a fan of this person, whatever. But fuck, man, I love Bill Goldberg, but god dang it, man, this dude, like he's always been the same thing as Bret Hart. I can see why these two just I don't get how they actually, you know what? I don't understand how these two don't get along because they're both old and fucking bitter about dumb shit. Now, I don't want to say dumb shit in terms of Bret Hart and his career ending with Goldberg, but I'm just saying he's bitter about a lot of dumb shit that has nothing to do with even that. I can understand him not liking Bill Goldberg, but I feel like if that didn't happen, these two would be the best of friends because they're both old and bitter and bitch about everything under the fucking sun.
They wouldn't do that to Taker, right? I don't think they wouldn't. They're not going to do that to Cena. Cena's going around the world doing his retirement thing.
You can't y'all about to get me in trouble, bro. I'm gonna rewind that. I'm gonna try not to even yell, bro. I'm gonna try not to even yell about this, bro. I'm gonna rewind this back to what he just said about Cena. And I'm gonna just sit here and just let y'all think for a second about what the fuck he just said.
Cena's going around the world doing his retirement thing.
You really compared yourself to fucking John Cena's retirement tour? You're not doing a retirement tour, Goldberg. You were lucky, and I said this a couple weeks ago. You were lucky they even gave you this opportunity to have a retirement match. This dude was bitching, complaining for 2 years that he did not get a retirement match in WWE and kept blaming Vince McMahon. You finally get one when Vince McMahon is not even a part of a fucking company. You get a retirement tour, I mean, not even a retirement tour, but basically a retirement tour because it was 2 whole weeks surrounded by Bill Goldberg versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Bill Goldberg did absolutely nothing to deserve a world title shot anyways. But again, that's a whole nother fucking story that we can get into, and I actually got into a couple weeks ago when I first talked about Bill Goldberg coming back. But now you want to compare. Now, I can understand all the way up until he starts bitching and complaining and talking about John Cena. John Cena has earned way more than you have Goldberg, bro. I am sorry, but I am not sorry. John Cena has done way more than Bill Goldberg has ever done for the fucking wrestling business. That's facts. 2, John Cena has an entire retirement tour because of it. You could have had a retirement tour 10 years ago or 8 years ago, whenever you came back and did the whole thing with Brock and then win the Universal title and all that stuff. You ruined it. You ruined the shit with your match with Undertaker, which could have been a classic, by the way. I was still bitching, complaining back then as to why we were even getting that fucking match. But I was like, you know what? This is the only time you're ever gonna have Goldberg and Undertaker in the same ring together, one-on-one. And what happened? You bumblefucked that shit up. Then you get an opportunity with the Fiend Bray Wyatt. Terrible fucking decision on Vince McMahon's part and making you beat that motherfucker. Terrible fucking decision. Then you get an opportunity to face Braun Strowman. Was it Braun Strowman at WrestleMania? Who did Goldberg lose? Yeah. He lost the title to Strowman at WrestleMania. Exactly. And then here we go. Bill Goldberg in 2025 still bitching and complaining about not having a retirement match. And Vince McMahon promised me a retirement. Blah, blah, blah. You finally get one, and this is what you're doing after your match. Not even, what was it? That was Saturday night, so I can't say not even 40 hours. Yeah. 48 hours after your last wrestling match. You're sitting up on Era Hawani's show, bitching and complaining about your interview, not your interview, about your speech being cut off. The whole crowd heard it. The crowd loved it. People in the stands, people in the audience filmed it and posted it online. You can't be happy about that. You want to bitch and complain because everybody online is bitching and complaining because that's just what the IWC does. Get the fuck out of here, man. Like, again, legend, Hall of Famer, one of the most exciting wrestlers to watch back in the day growing up. But fam, read the fucking room. You weren't even supposed to be a thing in 2025. But now you want to blame the same company that gave you a great send-off? Something that most wrestlers don't even get? Ungrateful is what I like to call it.
You know, mine was just the World Heavyweight Championship match. And to be honest with you, I mean, and I'm going to catch hell for, I don't care. It was a World Heavyweight, dude, I had World Heavyweight matches all the time. That doesn't do anything for me. I mean,
Perhaps, Jey Uso, I have treated you way too harshly. Way too fucking harshly. I want to stop right here and just say I apologize to Jey Uso for how harshly I treated him when he was World Heavyweight Champion. How hard I treated him during his WrestleMania, his road to WrestleMania after he won at Royal Rumble. I don't take back what I said about him and how I felt about it, but I do apologize for what I said. I'm not going to take it back or anything, but I apologize that I treated him just maybe a little bit too harshly because I never, ever, ever would have thought in a million years that I'd hear this so soon from Goldberg. Again, not even 48 hours after your match with WWE, WWE gave you a red carpet rollout to your retirement match. And you completely just shat on it just now by saying what you just said about the World Heavyweight Championship. Fuck, man. It be your own niggas, bro.
I mean, it does, but you know, make it different than just an angle, at least at the end, and do something, say something. I don't know. It just felt a little for me. That's all.
So a main event that has been built up for the past 2 weeks, and you should be thankful that they gave you even 2 weeks. Be thankful that this ain't Vince McMahon to where he gave you 1 week. He gave you one episode of Monday Night Raw and possibly an appearance on SmackDown, maybe even a promo on SmackDown to build your shit up to a one-off fucking. Now again, it's Saturday's main event, so it's not necessarily one-off, but you know what I mean. It's not necessarily a big PLE, but it's a special event. It's a glorified fucking house show, pretty much. You got that. The whole world got to watch it. And this is what you're doing. This is what you're complaining about. This is what you're bitching and moaning about.
That's it. And like I said, man, I'm not here to bitch and moan because I don't do that. And I'm not complaining by any stretch of the imagination. I'm just, you asked me a question and I'm answering.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know. So.
Sometimes, man, some of these old wrestlers, man, I don't want to hear them talk, bro. This is bad. This is bad on all fucking fronts because I was already upset the fact that we even got this fucking match, the fact that we even wasted time on Goldberg anyways in 2025, but the fact that you just throw Goldberg right into the World Heavyweight Championship picture, and this is what he does not even a week later, not even half a week later. He literally hopped on a plane, went back home with the fam. Actually, no, he's from Atlanta, so I guess he just chilled for a couple days and then got this interview on Monday, which was yesterday. And this is the shit that he spews out. Like I said before, man, to me, this screams ungrateful. Literally being ungrateful. Like, I don't know how else to fucking say it. I really don't. I don't know any other way to fucking say it, man. Shout out to Ryan Hill. He says, thoughts on Punk going to SummerSlam? Gay.